Sawadee krap, I'm JP Mestanza, and it's Thursday, September 19th. You're watching Phuket Extra, brought to you by pvcphuket.com. We're going to start with the current state of the weather advisory for Phuket, as a slew of warnings for potential flash floods and landslides in the coming days have been announced over the last 24 hours, with some forecasting more heavy rain through to Sunday.
The island continues to get battered by the heavy weather brought on by the southwestern monsoon and has brought more flash floods and felled tree branches in certain areas of the island. Different government agencies have released their own weather warnings, including the Thai Meteorological Department and even local Phuket officials, all of which warn of heavy rain through to this weekend, although some say up to this Saturday, while others say up to this Sunday. Officials in Phuket's Muang district, which covers the south and southeastern portion of the island, are now on continuous alert due to the heavy rain, as several areas in the district have been inundated. On Wednesday night, reports say that Patong Road in Mu 3 of Karon was flooded, along with Bang Kuku and Ratsada, the bypass road at the entrance to the Darasamut underpass near the big Tesco Lotus there, as well as parts of Chao Fa West Road in front of the Chalong Temple, Wisit Road near the Chalong Circle, the Koktanod intersection in Chalong's Mu 9 area, parts of Phuket Town's Talat Nua area, and in front of the Super Cheap on Patong Road in Karon's Mu 1 area. Residents and businesses near the Bang Yai Canal in Phuket Town are being warned to beware of flash floods. That canal receives runoff from upstream areas, including from southern parts of Ratsada and from Katu, greatly increasing its water level. Phuket Town officials urge residents to be prepared for any impending flooding, especially during high tide when the canal's flow into Ao Phuket is restricted. Waves in the Andaman Sea and the upper Gulf of Thailand are expected to reach 2 to 4 meters in height, particularly in areas experiencing thunderstorms, from now through to this Saturday. All vessels are urged to exercise caution and avoid thundershower areas and stay near the coast. Smaller boats, especially those shorter than 14 meters, are advised to remain ashore. Meanwhile, the Phuket Highways Office Chief Somkit Kitiposit has inspected the damage done to a section of Wisit Road that collapsed in the Sayuan area in southern Phuket, though at last report, repairs have yet to begin due to the heavy weather impeding workers. The area has been sectioned off for safety, and motorists are being advised to avoid the area and use Sayuan Road to travel southbound to the Racha Yai beach area. Elsewhere, the heavy weather has affected the nearby islands, and sailors from the Royal Thai Navy 3rd Area Command stationed in Cape Panwa, they were able to help 143 tourists who were left stranded on Racha Yai Island by the severe weather conditions on Wednesday. The foreign tourists were safely brought back to the island on Wednesday afternoon, and shipmasters are now being told to regularly check the weather forecasts and heed all updates from the Thai Meteorological Department and related government agencies. Stay up to date with the latest on thephuket.news.com.
Now on to Patong, as the mayor has issued his own announcement urging all motorists in the town to exercise caution when driving, following several landslips throughout Patong due to the heavy weather. A large tree has also toppled power lines onto the road leading towards Kamala.
Patong Mayor Chalermsak Manisri issued the notice earlier today, telling all in the town to watch out for possible forest runoff, flash floods, mudslides, strong wind waves, and landslips due to severe weather conditions. Minor landslips were reported in 3 locations throughout Patong over the last 24 hours, including one on Soi Pechkut, another in front of the 7-Eleven on Muangeng Road on the way to Tak Bai Beach, and one more on Soi Kokmu. Reports say that the landslip on Soi Kokmu occurred next to a steep hill where tree cover had been removed, making the area prone to more landslides, especially if the rain continues. Patong police were also called to Soi 6 in Kalim, where a house was damaged by a tree that had fallen onto the home after another small soil slide. No injuries have been reported. Heavy rain and strong winds felled a large tree onto high-voltage power lines, obstructing traffic on the Kamala to Patong Road this afternoon. Patong traffic police were soon on the scene to section off the danger area and direct traffic around the site. PEA workers are making repairs to the power lines in the area and have removed the fallen tree. For more, visit thephuket.news.com.
Just before you break a bone.
78 protesters suffocated and were crushed to death when they were crammed into army trucks for hours 20 years ago in what's since been called the Tak Bai massacre. Now, just a month before the statute of limitations on the case expires, 8 former security personnel are finally set to be prosecuted for premeditated murder.
The Tak Bai incident arose from the arrest of 6 village defense volunteers in the community in Narathiwat province on October 19, 2004. Local police had accused them of handing their government-issued guns to insurgents and claiming that they had been robbed of the firearms. Less than a week later, hundreds of demonstrators gathered in front of the Tak Bai police station to call for the release of those 6 detainees. That same day, the 4th Army commander responsible for the south of Thailand ordered officials to begin dispersing the protest. A melee ensued, and 7 protesters died from gunfire. Security personnel then moved in to subdue the remaining demonstrators and prepare them for transport to an army camp. 25 trucks were available to transport as many as 1,000 arrested protesters to take them to a military camp in neighboring Patani province. But during that 2-hour trip, 78 of the detainees died. The Prime Minister at the time, Thaksin Shinawatra, the father of current Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra, apologized for the Tak Bai incident, but he stopped short of accepting responsibility. Initially, police had said that some protesters were armed, but no one has ever been prosecuted over these deaths. It was one of the deadliest incidents during a separatist insurgency that re-emerged that same year in 2004 and has since killed more than 7,600 people in the 3 southern border provinces. Now, that's the background. Last month, the criminal court in the southern province of Narathiwat accepted a complaint filed by the victims' families against security personnel after years-long legal struggles, and 7 defendants, including top police and military officials who were involved at the time, they were due to appear in court for witness questioning and evidence examination on September 12th, just 1 week ago today. But none of them showed up, and arrest warrants have been issued for 6 of them, except for one person, the former Army Region 4 commander, who ordered the dispersal of the protesters that led to the death of 7 protesters at the time. He's protected under parliamentary immunity because he's an MP for the ruling Budai party, General Pisal Watana Wongkiri. While that's going on, a new set of 8 defendants are being charged with premeditated murder in a second case, all of whom were the underlings who are believed to have carried out the orders. For more, visit thephuket.news.com.
A 30-kilo sea turtle washed ashore Bang Tao Beach this morning, prompting lifeguards to spring into action after noticing that the marine animal was too weak to return to the sea on its own.
Lifeguards at Bang Tao Beach discovered the weak sea turtle this morning during a routine patrol. Immediate care was provided to the sea turtle, which had no visible injuries but did appear to be very weak and in need of further medical attention. They called up marine biologists and experts at the Sidatan Marine Endangered Animal Rescue Center in Cape Panwa, who began to investigate the cause of the turtle's stranding. Further assessments are being provided to learn more behind the turtle's condition. For more, visit thephuket.news.com.
Thanks again for checking us out here today on this edition of Phuket Extra, brought to you by pbcphuket.com. Stay dry, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Until then, stay classy, Phuket.
Phuket's rapid modernization has made it one of the world's premier holiday destinations. Investors can still buy quality condominiums for as low as $75,000, and luxury properties can go all the way up to $20 million. Condominiums in Phuket are a safe, secure bricks-and-mortar investment offering foreigners freehold ownership. Call or email Thai Residential, Phuket's #1 trusted real estate advisor, to find your perfect Phuket property.